Hello and welcome back to another ROX Global video. I'm your host, as always, DJ Sunstone, aka Keshigomu, and we got a lot to kind of go over today, so I'm just gonna let us get started. This month is the start of the ROX Wonderland event. Started around May 6th, not around, but on May 6th, and we have a lot of things going on. If you haven't already been getting into it, this will just kind of touch on the things that you may be wanting to go over. But that said, before we get started, I do want to let folks know, excuse me, that we got like two different codes this time. So if you see on screen now, we have one code, that's the Three Kingdoms code, and then the other one is Wonderland. Make sure you just throw these codes into the system to, get yourselves those codes, get that extra moolah and all that fun stuff. You can never go wrong with it. But back to the game itself and like what's happening. Their main thing that is going on that we're going to be talking about is just the Wonderland event. Oh, and I completely forgot, but that reminds me, this outfit you see on me is from a Discord event. They have ROX has been doing a lot of events today, or this week, this month. So go to the Discord if you want to pick up this outfit or not. Do your thing. But first, let's talk about the events. With the start of the ROX Wonderland, we also got the start of King of MVP. The server, when the event went live, there should have been a reset, so that way the first kill of that month would have been what's what I'm looking for? Guaranteed to drop gold. But if you are watching this, you're probably already past that point. Also, on that same day, we had the merge of Frontier Cathedral with Geffen Tower. So far, it seems pretty lively. Been cool, but we'll see. Time will tell if this is a good thing or not. But in the meantime, let's get back to the events. So, yep, we have the King of MVP. What's up? There we go. King of MVP event. It's very simple. You get out there, you kill some bosses, and you get drops. During the King of MVP, during the King of MVP event, the drop rates are doubled, so that is good. So maybe getting lucky with a yellow item or something like that. We will see. But you can also get some points while you're doing these kills. Might as well, because it's something that's gonna be worth at least a little bit. Worth at least a little bit of stuff for you to get done, because you get some free stamina potions, you get 30k crystal, so there's no reason not to. But it can be something to get you some some bragging rights or something if you want to try and rank. Obviously, this is very much a whale heavy event, so if you're already not if you're already not on the top, you probably won't be. But again, it could be cool to try and see if you can rank up higher than your guildmates or your friends or whatever. Yeah, that's really all there is to say about King of MVP. Get out there, slap some monsters. Next up, we're going to be looking at the ROX Wonderland itself. Has a whole screen navigation. There's a lot to look at. It can be very, very intimidating when you first get into this. So we're going to just try and go through very slowly and methodically and just make sure we hit all the things that you need to know so you can get through this safely. We're going to go in a counterclockwise direction, starting up here with Set Sail, going all the way down into Courage Workshop at the end. So without much else, let's get started. So the Courage Workshop is going to be your mission landing spot for this particular event. You're going to be coming here for your daily missions. So I've already done mine, but you can see your daily ones here. Spin some crystals, go to the heart pedestal, things that you should probably be doing anyway. So don't miss out on it. But there are some other missions you can do here as well, like to complete fighting a certain amount of MVPs or minis, doing guild KVM, completing guild orders, all things that are gonna, things that you'll be doing anyway. There's refined, if you do a certain amount of refined, certain amount of enchants, all things that you should be doing, but again, it helps out. These are ultimately will give you something called wheel tokens. Let's just get that out of the way. The wheel token is what you use for in the gacha. Later we'll be talking about what that should look like. But yeah, you want to be doing these as often as you can so you can get the wheel tokens. You also are going to get something called mileage here, and that's just for this bottom level. It gives you every milestone, like 200 miles, 400 miles, you get extra stuff. So it's always nice to make sure you get your missions done, especially because you can get extra rolls. In here as well is the dockyard market. This is just the universal buyback, where if you hit certain milestones in terms of how much crystals I think you have bought or used to purchase stuff, then you can get these vouchers. You take these vouchers to an NPC and you can exchange for up to the value of, I think, 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 crystal per voucher. It's very nice if you want to clear out some stuff in your inventory you can't get rid of. A good example would actually be these these cards, the Defense Ghost Music ones. I have 4 of them. I don't need all of them. So it's, it's helpful to get rid of them when I can. Because it's like I have, this one is a extra one I have I'll probably use but later, but like this one right here is able to be sold. I can't really sell in the exchange center because there's so many in sale here, so it's just likely not going to sell, and I don't really need to embed it because I already have the 2 I need. One is already slotted in my armor, and then the other one will be slotted when I get 2 slots on it, but well, I don't need it, but it's there nonetheless. So you can use your universal buyback to get rid of that, to get rid of like another combat thing. You can use it for generally anything that can go be sold in the exchange center. Always a good idea to get rid of your stuff that you don't want the most, and then just try and sell things that can sell well, or that sell at a high price but they may not sell well. Then you can use the universal buyback for that as well. It really helps out. After that, we're going to be looking at going back to the ROX Wonderland. Next is this interactive theater. This seems a lot more interesting than it actually is, frankly. When you first come here, there's going to be a redeem you can get for 5 coins for the gacha. Other than that, this is the navigation hub. You can go to talk about the mount system. This mount system is basically you collect mounts and you get rewards. Let me see. Yeah, click on this. Click on that little icon, and it has 2. One for the past glory for all the mounts you've gotten up to this point. I think all the regular mounts you can get to, and then for the current mounts that are going to be coming out for this season is available. They give you rewards depending on how many you get. I don't really have a great way of getting mounts, so just get what you can. Don't sweat it too much. Either you get them or you get them, or you don't. You can, of course, go out and buy some of these mounts, but after that, it really is just either luck or you have to do something very specific to get them, I imagine. Not much to be said about the mount system. It felt like they were trying to do something larger with that, but I don't care at all. That said, next up, we're going to be looking at back into the new season. It's just started updating season rewards. We'll come back to this now a little bit later at the after we talk about the rest of the Wonderland. But yep, new season has started, so new season rewards will be happening too. And then of course the MVP rewards. This is just the same old. One thing I will note that it may just be the event, it may not be. The MVPs now drop a purple loot crate. It's unclear if this is for the King of MVP event, if it's for the ROX Wonderland, but at least right now we have boosted drops, so that's always good. The way these works is you get one, and when you get it, you are guaranteed to get 30,000 in crystals. So that's not nothing, especially from boss hunt, because you could just walk away with nothing. After that, you have a chance of drawing for the rewards, so you can draw the card, some of the drops, the chance if they have an ability to be a pet, that, and as well as your pet scrolls. These are going to be very, very nice because they have at least a chance of dropping stuff for you. And if you're incredibly lucky, it looks like you can theoretically get everything in one. If you have one super god roll, maybe you can get everything because it's one draw from each tier. Doesn't say it's limited, so that is something that's pretty neat. Again, get out there and boss hunt. But that is the end of the interactive theater. It seems a lot more intimidating than it actually is. Next, we're going to find our way into the Orange Dreamland. So first off, first is your check-in rewards. If you get the VIP card, there's a kind of second track. I think I mentioned that in the first video, going to speculations about it. I got the cheap pass because I like some of the amenities it provides. If you don't see anything here worthwhile, don't go for it. It's it's not the most I wouldn't get the VIP pass for this. Let's put it like that. But you can if you want. Check in every day for 20 days. You get everything. Enough said. Next up is the Spooky Dream. This is not out yet, but it will be happening on May 20th. It looks like this is going to be like an instant space of sorts where you can go in with at least a party. I don't know if it's a 5 or more, but you can go in with a party and you can do essentially what sounds like boss hunts. We don't really have many details on this just yet, but the way they've described it, when you open this up, you can see it talks about going to, when you get here, you have participation rewards, so you can do 5 runs potentially, and also it says there's no limit, or you can get as many of the rare rewards as you want. So that is something that's really, really cool, really nice. I'm sure that the whales will probably benefit from that more than anything, but you know, you might be able to get a benefit out of it too, because you know, you can't use 3 different gold weapons on the same character. Well, maybe on the same character, but not for the same class anyway. But nonetheless, you also will get a chance at getting the rare mount with each of the 5 participation rewards. It's the rare bonus does also appear to be a chance from the drops themselves, so you'll either get a rare bonus of the mount, get it from the participation rewards, or there's like a global server prize. So there's always something. One thing I will note though, for the rare bonus in here, in this instance, it looks like the rare bonus will not have any of like the puzzle pieces or the scrolls or anything like that. So it will instead be dropping the adventure medal, which is again used for the gacha. You will I don't know if it's gonna have the same rate as the other stuff. We don't really know yet, but could be interesting, could be helpful. We will have to see. And lastly is the energy supply section for the Pouring Dream. This is another navigation panel, but it's more or less like a calendar telling you what's coming on. That we have the oldest blessing for June medals. So these are our supersonic medals you should be doing when you go out and you use your Odin for the day. I recommend using this on small monsters so you can get as many, your 300 supersonic medals. But you go out there, you use your Odin up, and as you use it, you get these drops. It's kind of a par for the course for a lot of the events in the ROX. Then it talks about the Big Bang event, King of MPP, which we have right now. Big Bang will be happening on May 20th. It's all about doing your life skills, so get out there and level them up. And then there's also this mention about the anniversary cards. So all these cards are pouring based, and they are for the anniversary event, and they are dropping from instances. So let's go. You can see both the blue and the gold cards can drop in the instance, so you can get, you know, Captain Pouring looks pretty good. I also really like, which one is this one? Let me see. I think it was this one. Yes, demi human damage reduction and vitality. So if you can get yourself on a roller coaster card or the Pouring Captain, those are going to be your best bets. So you've gone through. We've said, you know, we see what we can get from Pouring's Dreamland. Now let's go to the Rapid Wheel. This is the gacha. You can, like we mentioned in the first video, the way this gacha works is that you have 4 different wheels to choose from. For the first one, there's 2 different gachas, I should say. There's the golden wheel, and the fantasy wheel. When you are here, you want to just, you know, use up all those resources you get. With the golden wheel, this is for the event mostly. You can only get these coins from doing event stuff. So that's going to be something that you, again, want to make sure you're doing all your missions. Make sure you want to get as many of that as you can, so you can get as many rolls as you want. When you finish, when you have the golden wheel, you'll be doing rolls for your you'll be doing rolls for each wheel. First is wheel 1, of course. It takes 20. You can get all these, and you can just look ahead and see that wheel 2. It costs more. It does cost 30 instead of 20, but you can get new stuff. Each level does have some interesting rewards. It has, you know, the adventure medals for the other wheel, the fantasy wheel. It also lets you get a cosmetic item. So first, right now, we got this beauty face. Not a big fan of it myself, but it's there. Next up, you can get this nice little gift pack, which has party hair for you. And then you can see down here as well, you get like a little circus outfit, and then this like aura on the 4th wheel. But also, as you go progressively higher, they have better rewards, like this one right here, which gives, you know, 6 basic luminary or basic horcrux packs. It's pretty good. this is the sweet spin backpack piece. So these rewards get better, but again, it costs more. The best reward I'm looking for is this card album, just because it gives you a guarantee of one of these 4, which the Valor card is pretty good for PvP. So too is the roller coaster card if you're looking for some more defense in your PvPs. You can, if you already have good defense and attack, at least for your weapon and accessories, headgear is always good too. And then of course, you get your damage reduction for your cloak. All of them are great cards to involve in your PvP playthrough, so you definitely want to try and get this if you can. And now, after you've gone through all these levels, you've done everything, now let's go to the store, and you can see there's a lot of good things for you. If you care about the cosmetics, I'm not super crazy about these, so I probably won't get them, but they have new chat bubbles and chat frames. But they also now have, some progression for your levels, both for, these, up to level 90, I believe. Yeah, this is to 90, and then this second one for level 120 technically, but we still only have 100 right now. But you can get some more than that. You can get enchant stones. One thing that's really important in this is a pet event, so you can get pet scrolls. This is when you're going to want to try your best to kind of get as many of these as you can, get your pets loaded up with skills and abilities they can use, whether that's using buffs on you, whether that's attack skills, whether that's just getting them some baseline stats on your back row. All that's going to be great. That's what you're going to be want to doing for this event. Now this is a lot, so if you're a newbie and you're thinking, what should I be doing in this, what should I focus on, when you come here, start with your set sail. Just do your dailies and then look at some of the quests you might have and think about what you want to do. Most of this stuff you get is from playing the game, so you can enchant. You should be working on your skills and working on improving your character, so you can use your enchants, you can use refine, you can do the guild v guild stuff. All this stuff you probably will be doing anyway, so don't sweat too much about making sure you are hitting the things that you need to be hitting. Just play the game like you might normally would, and you'll be fine. But after that, you may be thinking, what should I focus on? What should I focus on upgrading my character with? And I'll give you my 2 cents, and then you can go from there. Like I said, when you're with the store, I would prioritize getting those pet scrolls. Just if you haven't already got your pets together, this is a great time to do it. It's not every event is not a pet quest, so you truly do need to be getting it like now if you can. After that, I will focus on getting your equipment level up. That's going to be something that really helps your damage. It always is a good thing. It can transfer from any piece of equipment to any piece of equipment. So I'm right now working on getting everything to level 70. I will say, make sure you are trying to hit those breakpoints where you get the awakening bonuses. That is going to be super helpful. So if you are level 50, level 60, level 70, or even higher, 80, 90, you just want to be getting as close to those level breakpoints as you can. After that, if you haven't done it already, next you're going to want to work on enchants. Those are going to be super helpful for you and just extra damage, especially for those bosses. You can do size enchants, you can do race enchants at race and size are going to be both at Payon. You can do Geffen for if you want to do raw stats, or Morocco on your weapon too if you want to just have general weapon stats that you might need. Those are going to be super helpful for you. After that, I would say focus on shadow equipment. In the bottom here, you have the Luminary selection kits and the Horcrux selection kits. These are going to be great for you if you've already worked on getting your equipment levels up. If you've already gotten a pretty good grasp on your enchantments, I would say get as many of these as you can. It's very cheap. You can get like 300. Hopefully you'll be able to roll from level 1, whatever you are now, to another shadow level and be in a better place. Again, highly recommend going for that. And then lastly, you've done everything else and you're like, I still have that leftovers, what should I do? I would say refine. Refine is definitely super helpful, don't get me wrong, it's very helpful, but you're going to be getting much more value out of refine or doing refine during the Big Bang event, because you're going to be doing a lot of gathering, you're going to be doing a lot of mining, you're going to be doing a lot of crafting and smelting. That's when you should really be focusing on boosting up your refinement. So that's why I say focus on your equipment level and your enchants and even your shadow equipment before you go to refine. So yeah, that is all that is happening in the ROX Wonderland event. For some reason, it keeps on having this bubble for me for the prize gacha. And I actually did skip over this a little bit. My apologies. The fantasy wheel is the gacha that you can spend money on if you want, so you can put diamonds in it. You can get these coins from doing the ROX Wonderland event, or you might get lucky and get it from one of the rolls over here, or the other wheel, the golden wheel. The most interesting thing about this one is that you can get diamonds. Every time we have these gachas, you can get a nice new mount, which is pretty cool. You get yourself a nice cool card, or new cosmetics, but you usually don't get the chance to get diamonds. So that is something that I am very interested in. I've seen people getting them. I don't know how often it is actually going to be happening, but people get them. It says it on the little banner all the time. But that's pretty much it for the ROX Wonderland. This is going on until June 6th. So make sure you get out here and have some fun. And now also we're going to talk about the season. So with this May 8th today, the season has reset itself. We're back to brass, or if you're some of our, bigger spenders, you're already at gold. Jeez. But yes, it had a reset. Your currency should have rolled into some new kind of currency that's for past events. I guess it's got past event currency you can go and redeem. But now we are back with the usual stuff. So we get the emerald hearts again. You get the ruby, or what was it, crimson? Yeah, crimson hearts again. I will say the quests have not changed much, if at all, frankly. The weekly quests are still, do your trial illusions, your pedestals, endless tower, MVP kills. You have your monthly quests. One thing I do appreciate is that these monthly quests are no longer specifically to Thanatos. So now you can have a better chance of doing that if you don't really care to do the Thanatos tower like I did, because the drops I want are from the Bahamut. But even still, the season quests, the challenges feel a little bit more attainable. I will say, these have a party with at least 50%, 60%, 80% damage. May not seem super attainable right now, but as time goes on and as the King of MVP event kind of drops off, you'll be able to have a chance at probably, as long as you can get a nice team together, going out there and actually getting a boss for yourself. So get out there again, boss hunt, get out there and play the game. I also want to talk about some of the things that are upcoming in this season. So looks like with every season now, they're going to give us a bit of a roadmap. This roadmap is not necessarily the most explained, but it does give us a good amount of things to look at. First, of course, is the ROX Wonderland. We already talked about that. It's got the anniversary event, all these nice little cool drops for us and everything like that. Then the mount collection system we've talked about. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's there. They certainly want to talk to us about it. But next, the really thing I think is cool is the guild versus guild league. From what I've seen, it's basically like War of the Chosen, but like verse for the whole guild instead of just a group of 5 or 10 folks. So I find it pretty interesting. Get yourself together in a guild. Maybe combine a guild or make a new one. Whatever you got to do, but it seems like it'll be a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy to check it out. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the battlefield. And then also that's coming in late May. And so now we're going to be looking at early July. And that's going to be interesting because that is going to be bringing with it the divinity system. I have heard a lot of bad things about the divinity. Don't fully understand why, because I've never really dealt with a divinity system in video games before. But the way I see it is that it's very much a way to roll additional stats. From what I've seen, you get essentially 8 different slots. I don't think all of them are necessarily open off the rip, but you get a total of 8 different slots. You get basically, based on your divinity god, I guess, you can slot it in there and you get base stats in addition to like secondary stats, and there's like levels to it. It's not clear how this is going to work right now because ROX Global has done some reworks, particularly the pet system from ROX SCA versus ROX Global. But there's been some reworked things. But I will be putting a King Spade video in the description that talks a bit about the divinity system. I'll probably talk about it when it comes, but until we have that confirmed information, I don't really want to get too much and too deep into it. But just to let you know, it is happening. Allegedly, there's supposed to be a new what's the word I'm looking for? Instance that comes with it that you have to do, I think, weekly, and you get like drops from it. I'm again don't know if that's how it's going to work for us, but it seems interesting. I know allegedly you can also get it from MVP drops, but again, we don't have it yet, so don't think too hard about this right now. It'll be happening in July, so you have at least basically 2 months before that happens. And that's really about it for this. That is all the major changes and all the major goings and happenings with the event now. If you have any concerns, the big thing I'll say, just take a deep breath, look at what's available to you, and just get out there and do something. If you miss anything, it's not the end of the world, and it's all about having fun. So go out there, have some fun, kill some bosses, fight some instances, and play the game. I will see you guys later. Thanks again for checking me out. If you like the video, of course, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you don't like it, well, I don't know why you're still here. But until next time.